Brought to you by GTA, your island, your network.
The hearing was before Judge Anita Sokola. At issue was a 2002 lease to develop Hotel Wharf. In the ensuing years, though, disputes arose over the development agreement, and under the terms of the lease, they were to be settled through arbitration. Attorney Genevieve Ropadas represents YTK.
There's no question that this piece of property, Hotel Wharf, is extremely valuable. At the arbitration, Guam YTK's expert appraiser, who is intimately familiar with port property, appraised Hotel Wharf at about $12.7 million. And the port never presented any evidence to refute that appraisal. To be clear, as a result of this arbitration award, Guam YTK did not receive a windfall, as perhaps the port would like to characterize it as.
In April, a three-lawyer panel awarded YTK more than $14 million in damages and attorney's fees, which the port is now disputing. Rapata says YTK understands that the port was unhappy with the results and could have resolved much of the dispute years ago, but chose not to do so. Legal counsel Michael Phillips contends that while the Supreme Court upheld the arbitration clause, his main argument is that a 45-year lease is illegal because any lease over 5 years requires legislative approval.
What opposing counsel has done, intentionally or unintentionally, is by continuously talking about the two entities in the same breath, the arbitration clause, or the two areas, the arbitration clause and its validity, and the lease, that somehow the Supreme Court's really saying that the lease is valid. The Supreme Court never said that.
Your Honor, that's never been recognized as public policy in this jurisdiction or by any of the courts. What has been recognized is a very, very clear public policy in favor of arbitration, which is why we're here today.
YTK maintains that the arbitration decision compensates for its losses and economic interest in the property, but also frees the port to develop the valuable wharf. The port argues that the lease is invalid and the arbitration decision cannot supersede Guam law.
Your Honor, what could this court prevent an arbitration panel from doing if it can't stop it from proceeding on an illegal, non-existent 45-year contract and award $14 million? What would this court be able to stop an arbitration panel from doing?
What the port is trying to do is walk this court down the road of clear error, and I think that was highlighted by everything that Mr. Phillips just argued. Because what he's trying to do, like I said, is relitigate the merits, and the court cannot do that.
Judge Anita Sokola said she would rule on the matter within the next 90 days. For Guam's News Network, I'm Nestor Lecanto.
Brought to you by GTA, your island, your network.